All right, let's talk about something that's absolutely critical for any C-level executive, the boardroom. We're not just talking about giving a presentation. No, this is about something bigger. It's about orchestrating confidence when the pressure is on and the stakes couldn't be higher.
So, have you ever wondered what really goes on in there, behind those big, closed boardroom doors? It's easy to imagine this super formal, kind of intimidating room, right? But the truth is, it's way more dynamic than that. I mean, think about it. That's the arena where the entire future of a company gets decided.
And, the source material we're looking at today really nails it with this definition. The boardroom is where strategy, governance, and trust converge. That's powerful. It tells you right away this is so much more than just a meeting. It's the ultimate test of leadership, a place where every single decision has real, serious weight.
Okay, so how do you actually master an environment like that? Well, it all comes down to three core pillars. And we're going to start with the absolute foundation. Pillar number one, mastering the content you bring to that table.
The biggest mistake people make in the boardroom, it's not what you'd think. It's not a lack of information. It's the total opposite. So many executives try to show how smart they are by just drowning the directors in data. We're talking spreadsheets, charts, you name it. It's a classic case of more is less.
And this really gets at the core mindset shift you need to make. You have to go from the data dump, just overwhelming everyone with numbers, to offering strategic insight. It's not about throwing every single piece of data at the wall. It's about finding the few key metrics that actually matter, the ones that tell a story and help the board make a real decision.
So really, the art here is all about distilling complexity down into clarity. Your job as an executive isn't to be a fire hose of information, just blasting everyone with facts. No, your job is to be a filter. You need to give the board exactly what they need and nothing more so they can make confident, smart choices.
Okay, so once you've figured out what you're going to say, the next piece of the puzzle is how you say it. And that brings us right to our second pillar, mastering the delivery.
Now, confident delivery is way more than just speaking clearly. It's about embodying credibility. Think of it like this. It's the fusion of your voice, your pacing, the story you wrap around the data, all of it comes together to build trust. It's really the difference between just reading off a report and actually inspiring confidence in the room.
And here's the key to making your delivery really hit home. You have to connect the dots for them. Don't just present a bunch of metrics in a vacuum. You have to show exactly how those numbers link up to the company's big long-term vision. When you do that, you elevate the whole thing from just a status update to a real strategic conversation.
All right, now for our third and final pillar. And honestly, this might be the most challenging one of all. This is the one that really separates the good leaders from the great ones, mastering the crisis. This is where everything you've learned is put to the ultimate test.
Think about it. Whether you're getting heat from an activist investor or the market suddenly takes a nosedive, the boardroom in a crisis turns into a total pressure cooker. It becomes this intense test of two things: how well you prepared beforehand and how well you can adapt on the fly. This right here is where real leadership is made.
So how do you handle it? Well, there's a pretty straightforward three-step playbook for this. Step one, anticipate the concerns. You've got to think through the toughest questions before you even walk into that room. Step two, prepare different scenarios. Game it out so you're not caught off guard. And finally, step three, demonstrate resilience. That means staying calm, cool, and collected, and being able to clearly explain the tough choices that need to be made. Okay, let's pull all three of these pillars together. When you master your content, your delivery, and how to handle a crisis, you fundamentally change your role in that room. You're not just a presenter anymore. You become what our source material calls a conductor of confidence.
And what does this conductor actually do? Well, it breaks down into three key roles. First, you're a translator. You make all that complex stuff simple and clear. Second, you're a strategist. You're the one charting the course for the future. And finally, you're the stabilizer, the person who holds it all together and maintains trust, even when things get rocky. And this table just sums it all up so perfectly. Let's walk through it. When you master your content, the outcome is clarity. When you nail your delivery, you get influence. And when you master the context of a crisis, you build trust. Clarity, influence, and trust. Those are the real, tangible results you're aiming for. That's what true boardroom leadership looks like. Which brings us to one last really important question you should ask yourself before your next big board meeting. Are you just going in there to present some slides, or are you ready to conduct? Because trust me, the difference is everything.